Ronald Joseph Ronnie Rake is an American musician, songwriter, producer, and rapper. He is a founding member and current lead vocalist for the band Falling in Reverse, and was also the former vocalist and founding member of the band Escape the Fate. Rake was charged with battery in 2006 and sentenced in 2008 for lack of effective probation. He also had a serious drug addiction. He was released from prison in December 2010 and as of then, he has been completely sober and free of his drug addiction. He has released his second album with band Falling in Reverse entitled Fashionably Late in May 2013. He released his first solo song, Fair Weather Fans, followed by What Up Earth, and has stated that he will be releasing a free mixtape to fans, entitled Watch Me, currently scheduled for an early 2014 release. The mixtape currently features vocals from Andy Biersack, Danny Wisnop and B-Lay with more to come in the future. It was announced on May 8, 2014 that longtime friend, Max Green would be joining Falling in Reverse and stepping up as the new bassist backing vocalist for the band. Early life: Ronald Joseph Rake was born on December 15, 1983, in St. Rose's Hospital, Las Vegas, Nevada, United States. Rake is of Native American descent. He grew up in an impoverished family with his father, older brother Anthony, and grandmother. Rake's mother abandoned the family for unknown reasons, causing resentment towards her. Rake learned to play piano and guitar in his first bands. At first he started out playing Blink-182 songs on guitar and the first song he could play was Damn It. He formed several bands while in high school. Rake ran away from home to play in his first band with his friend Mitch called 3.0. Which sounded exactly like Blink-182 according to Rake. He lived with Mitch and his mother for a period of time. He played a few shows at various venues such as Chain Reaction and the Huntridge in Las Vegas. After the band, Rake moved back in with his dad and said that he dropped out of school, re-entered, then dropped out again. He stated in an alternative press interview, "I just couldn't for some reason pay attention, I just daydreamed about everything else but what I'm supposed to be doing." Rake stated that the second band was called Lefty. Rake met Max Green at a talent show. Rake's microphone fell and Max picked it up for him while they were on stage and they became friends, forming the band True Story, which recorded a demo which contained the track This Is Not the End. Rake started screaming in the band after being inspired by Thrice, then started to sing, slowly forming Escape the Fate. Listen Up was written by Rake in 1998 at the age of 15 as well as Besides the Issues, and The Worst Time. In 2001, Rake contacted his friend, producer Michael Elvis Basquet, who recorded the songs Listen Up, The Worst Time, and The Departure, both recorded instrumentation altogether, and also composed the themes for As You're Falling Down, Make Up, and Not Good Enough for Truth and Cliché, which was recorded in 2005, along with Escape the Fate. Rake released Listen Up on January 2, 2009, on the MySpace page for Falling in Reverse, causing controversy because it was claimed that the song sounded like a pop-punk song, which angered some fans believing that the group changed their style. In January 2011, Falling in Reverse clarified the origins of the song, stating that it was written by Rake long before Escape the Fate or Falling in Reverse and that the song would not be included on their album or as part of their set list. History: Escape the Fate and Prison. In middle school, Rake and Max Green were close friends. In 2004, Brian Money contacted Max looking for a vocalist, who referred him to Rake. Brian agreed and began auditions for a drummer. Robert Ortiz was selected, and Escape the Fate was formed. A few weeks later, Omar Espinoza, who was the current guitarist at the time for Love At a Hero, decided to join as rhythm guitarist. The band soon began to play in the post-hardcore scene in Las Vegas. During that time Carson Allen joined as their keyboardist. The band recorded the demo Escape the Fate EP. They signed in early 2006 with Epitaph Records after winning a radio contest judged by My Chemical Romance which launched their career. In May 2006, recording for the EP There's No Sympathy for the Dead begun, as well as some songs from the debut album, Dying Is Your Latest Fashion. Both were produced by Rake's friend Michael Elvis Basquet. Also in May 2006, Rake was involved in an altercation in Las Vegas that resulted in the fatal shooting of 18-year-old Michael Cook. While Rake did not shoot Cook, he was indicted on battery charges, while the man who shot Cook claimed self-defense. These charges against Rake, combined with Rake's past offenses of drug possession, led to a sentence of 5 years probation. Rake failed to report to his parole officer and was arrested in June 2008, where he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. However, Rake only served 2.5 years of his sentence before being released. Rake was officially kicked out of Escape the Fate in mid-2008, and replaced by former Bless the Fall vocalist Craig Mabbitt. The single Webs We Weave, which was meant to be released in 2008, would have been the third single from the debut album by Escape the Fate, but after the departure of Rake, the single was never released. Max Green, bassist of Escape the Fate, stated about Ronnie's law problems that, first we couldn't tour out of the country, then out of the state. In an interview in prison, Rake said that the real culprits would be Chase Rader and Max Green, the first to be armed at the time of the fight, and the second was caused by the fight, but the two were acquitted claiming self-defense. Rake was released from prison on December 12, 2010. Falling in Reverse. Since late 2006, Rake had in mind a new band due to personal issues within Escape the Fate. Rake, with the help of Nation Schäufele, formed a band called From Behind These Walls, which was renamed as Falling in Reverse. Rake left prison in December 2010 and announced the start of recording. They released their first single Raised by Wolves in 2010, followed by the album The Drug in Me Is You, which was released on July 26, 2011, through Epitaph Records. Since being released from prison in 2010, Rake has been arrested twice, the first being an August 6, 2012 arrest for alleged domestic violence abuse against his girlfriend. 3 hearings were scheduled, none of which Ronnie attended. According to Sergeant Tom Lawrence, the prosecutor of the County of Los Angeles issued the arrest warrant after Rake's girlfriend told police that he had hit her on May 1. Rake's arrest occurred without incident and he was released after paying $30,000 bail. After the publication of his arrest, Ronnie published through his profile on Microblog that not everything can be considered truthful and asked for his fans to not believe everything that appears online. Later, on October 31, 2012, during a concert with Falling in Reverse, Rake was arrested and charged with simple and aggravated assault following a show at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, NJ. Towards the end of the band's performance, Rake threw 3 microphone stands into the crowd. 2 fans were hit and sustained head injuries. One victim was a 16-year-old girl who was taken to the hospital for treatment of a cut she received to the head. The other was a 24-year-old man who was treated on the scene. Rake posted bail and was released. After this, Six Flags Great Adventure banned any future heavy bands to play in their theme park. In November 2012, Rake banned the band I See Stars from The Drug in Me Is You tour, because the entire band was arrested for possessing 2 ounces of marijuana. Rake, who had been sober for 4 years, said he banned the band because he did not want drug users in that environment. As of May 2012, Ronnie Rake announced on Twitter that he was already working on his second studio album with the band. In issue number 1442 of Kerrang! Magazine, Rake announced in an interview that the record's finished. "That's what we did after the Warped Tour. We just didn't tell anybody." He also said it will be released early next year, summer 2013. The band released the lead single Alone on May 7, 2013. The second studio album, Fashionably Late, was released on June 18, 2013. In May 2014, Falling in Reverse released a cover of Coolio Unregistered Trademark SA Unregistered Trademark 90s Classic Gangsta Unregistered Trademark S Paradise, which was produced by Charles Callaghan Masebo for the Punk Goes Unregistered Trademark 90s Volume 2 compilation on Fearless Records, and the Unregistered Trademark they got the ultimate stamp of approval. Coolio himself makes a guest appearance in the band Unregistered Trademark S video for the song, as well as their live performance of the song at the AP Awards in July 2014. Solo and Watch Me Mixed Up. On May 31, 2013, Rake launched his YouTube channel and released his solo song The Fair Weather Fans. The song is described as a song Ronnie made dedicated to all the people who didn't believe in him. On June 1, he released his second solo song, What Up Earth. In Part 3 of his interview with Alternative Press, Rake stated that he is creating a rap mixtape, produced by Charles Masabo, that will feature some well-known rap artists. The mixtape will be released in December 2013 for free. The first single, Blacklist, of that mixtape was released on July 5, 2013 on YouTube. A diss track was leaked titled I Wash Cars, which attacks Sumerian Records and its founder Ash Avildsen, Lorenzo the Main Event Antonucci, and electronic core band I See Stars. Ash and Lorenzo released a diss track in reply to I Wash Cars titled, When Ronnie Met Sally, attacking Rake. The feud between the two groups has since been resolved, and Rake is now on good terms with I See Stars, Sumerian Records, and Antonucci. On October 28, 2013, it was announced that Ronnie Rake and Craig Mabbitt have escaped the fate had made up and are now on good terms. Also, the two mention their two bands will be touring together in early 2014. In an interview with Loudwire, he has stated that he is in the process of making a rap mixtape, which according to Rake will include an artist on every song. He has also stated that the mixtape may be released for around Christmas. On Christmas Day, he revealed a website of which when you entered your email address and confirmed your subscription, you would receive a new song, Destiny, from the mixtape, now titled Watch Me. The track list was also revealed, but some songs did not feature other artists like he originally claimed. The release date of the actual album has been moved to an early 2014 release. January 8, Ronnie released another track from his mixtape titled Stupid Boy. On January 14, Rake released another track from the mixtape titled Never the Same. On May 15, Rake released Arsehole featuring Andy Biersack. A day later, he released Who Can Stop Us, featuring Deuce and B. Lay. Personal life. Ronnie Rake has tattoos all over his body, including facial tattoos. While in prison he got the words Bang Bang tattooed on his knuckles, a feat that took him to solitary confinement. One of his tattoos is the teardrop on his face, which represents his passage in prison. In 2007, Rake was featured on LA Ink. The tattoo he got was a frog riding a Clydesdale horse saying, "Ahoy, butternuts." In a recent interview with Radio.com, Rake discusses how he has had many of his old tattoos redone. Ronnie Rake was engaged to aspiring model Chrissy Henderson. Rake and Henderson's first child, daughter Willow Grace Rake, was born on June 11, 2013. Ronnie called it off with ex Chrissy and is now dating Jenna King, star of reality show Southern Charm. On August 10, 2013, Rake's brother Anthony was killed in an automobile accident. Discography, with bands, solo, mixtape, singles, collaborations, accolades, references. External links: Ronnie Rake on Twitter.